All right, let's talk about or take a look at some example problems. Ideally, what I'd like you to do is try as many of these before you actually watch this video. So pause the video if you haven't tried them, and then unpause it as you finish them. All right, so let's take a look at these. The first three right here is all the addition rule. So on this first one here, all you have to do is add the exponents. So x to the 10th. Same thing for the second one. 5 plus 8 is 13, so x to the 13th. On the next one, x to the 21st times x to the negative 18th. Add the exponents. 21 minus 8 or plus a negative 18 is x to the 3rd. All right, on the next ones, this is where we subtract and put it where it's located, meaning if it's bigger in the top, put it in the top. If it's bigger in the bottom, put it in the bottom, the bigger exponent that is. So x to the 5th over x to the 3rd, 5 minus 3 is 2. Since 5 is bigger, it's in the top. Notice how this one here, 12 minus 9 is in the bottom, so x to the 3rd is in the bottom. Don't forget the 1 in the numerator. So on the next one, 14 minus 8 makes x to the 6th. Next rule is the power to the power. So this is where you multiply exponents. So 3 times 5 is x to the 15th. 4 times 9 is x to the 36th. 6 times 12, x to the 72nd. Yes, these sometimes go this quick. At least I hope they do. We're already halfway done here. Now these ones take a little more time. So again, this is where using your calculator can definitely help. So with the fraction part, okay, we get the decimal, but then go ahead and go math fraction, hit enter, and you can reduce it and get 2 over 5. Now do the variables. So x squared over x to the 5th, 7 minus 2 is 5. It's in the bottom, so x to the 5th in the bottom. 27 divided by 9, I hope you could actually do that in your head and get 3. So the whole number just goes in the top. 7y's in the top, 9 in the bottom. Since 9's bigger, 9 minus 7 is 2. Y to the 2nd is in the bottom. 54 divided by 45. 54 divided by 45, math fraction, gives you 6 over 5. Now I do the x's. 5 minus 3 is 2. It's in the top, so x squared in the top. All right, so I have a 2 outside here, so I'm going to wait and do everything in parentheses first. So 3 to the 4th power. So if I don't know what 3 to the 4th power is, use my calculator. That's 81. So I'm going 2 times 81. X squared raised to the 4th, power to the power, is to the 8th. 2 times 81 is 162. X to the 8th. So on the next one, I'll have the 4 on this outside. 2 squared, I'm hoping you could do that without the calculator. 4, x to the 5th, raised to the 2nd, times them, so x to the 10th. 4 times 4, 16, x to the 10th. All right, this one I have a 10 on the outside. 5 to the 3rd power. If we don't know that one, use the calculator. 125. 7 times 3, x to the 21st. 10 times 125, that just puts a 0. Remember, anything times 10 moves it over to the left 1 decimal place. So we're actually adding a 0. X to the 21st. Okay. All right, the last ones. X to the 0. So what happens here is x to the 0, if we think about that, that's just 1. So nothing happens with x to the 5th. It just stays in the bottom. 4 minus 2 is 2. Y to the 2nd in the top. So I actually didn't have to make that fraction bar so big. 276 to the 0, we know is, by definition, 1. Anything to the 0 is 1. All right, so that takes care of the CFU. So for your assignments, you actually have a couple worksheets that I don't have videos from. So I'm going to keep on working on these worksheets with you. So go ahead and turn to the next page of the pink packet, and let's look at who wrote the book, I Love Fractions. All right, so on these problems, it's just practicing the rules that we're doing. So like on the first one, This is x to the 6. So what you want to do here is find on your worksheet, where does this match? So you're going to see me kind of shrink this worksheet a little bit, so that makes it a little bit easier to see. I might go to this and see if I can see and do them all at the same time. So x to the 6 matches with an s. So down here in your puzzle, you put an s for number 1. Number 2, add the exponents. X to the 11th. So let's see, x to the 11th matches with r. Here, I'll try to switch some colors here. So for number 2, I'm going to put r. All right, so for number 3, x to the 4th times x to the 3rd times x to the 7th, just add the exponents. 4 plus 3 plus 7, x to the 14th, that matches with n. So we put an n for number 3. Here again, we add the exponents. Okay, so x to the 5th plus x, which is like saying x to the 1st plus x to the 3rd, that's x to the 9th. So that matches with t for number 4. I'm going to zoom in here for a second because, whoops. Whoa, sorry. I just want to zoom in here because does that say, oh, I apologize, I thought that was a 5. This is an 8. So this is not x to the 9th. So this is actually x to the 12th. That's the problem with the fuzziness of this worksheet for myself. So I'll go back to with. So this is not t, I apologize. X to the 12th matches down here. So that's a O. Okay, my apologies on that one. All right, switching back colors. So here I gotta go 4 times 6 is 24. X to the 3rd, x to the 7th makes x to the 10th. So 24x to the 10th is a t. So for 5, we put a t. All right, wow. Next one, -2 times 3 times 5. So let's see, so -2 times 3 times 5, you could type that in your calculator. I'm going to use my head, -30. Okay, so I'm going to do the exponents. X, 11 makes 12, plus 2 more makes 14. So -30, x to the 14th. There it is, E is 6. Whoops, I apologize, that's a 6. 3, we actually did. I didn't realize that the numbers repeated themselves. So let me just do a quick eraser. See, I'm even learning on this, guys. So here, that's an n because we had n for 3. O was a 4. Oh, there's a 4 there. Nice, that actually made a little, get us closer to this, getting this puzzle done. All right, let's do the next one. So 3 times -8, I'm just going to do it right here, -24. X squared, x to the 3rd, x to the, add those exponents. Add those exponents, 1 and 6 makes 7. So let's see, -24, there it is, I. So 7 is I. I'm just going to double check just to make sure I don't have, yeah, there's another 7. Well, that makes life easier. All right, let's do number 8. So -2 times 4 times -3 makes, ooh, wow, that's -8. That makes +24. X to the 3rd, x to the 5th makes x to the 8th. 9y's, another one, makes 10. Y to the 10th. So let's see, 24, x to the 8th, y to the 10th. I believe that matches down here. So M for 8. Ooh, we're getting close to our answer. We just got 3 more problems. Go figure, we got to do them all. All right, next one. 7 times -1 times 2. That negative is going to cause it to be a little tricky, but that's -14. Okay. X to the 4th, add these exponents. 4 plus 2 plus 1 makes x to the 7th. And then y1, we got 3, 4, y to the 4th. So let's see, let's check that one. Oh, way up here. Wow, some crisscrossing here. So A, oh, I'm thinking I'm starting to figure out the answer here. All right, on the next one, -2 times -1 times -7. Ooh, negative times a negative stays negative. 2 times 1 times 7 is -14. I have 1x plus 3 makes 4. So x to the 4th. I have 3y's plus 6y's, I think. That makes 9y's. It's hard for me to see. I'm standing so close to it. So I just kind of took a quick step back there. So let's see, -14. Ooh, it's way up there at the top. Ooh. So the first name of the author is Lois. Let's get her last name. 5 times 1 times -2 times, wow, 3 is -30. I have 2 plus, so I'm doing the x's, 2 x's. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus another one is 5, plus another 4 is 9. I have 1y, 5y's, 8, 9y's. So -30, there it is, there's the D. So our answer to our joke, who wrote the book, I Love Fractions? Lowest denominator. Nice. Love it. All right, let's take a look at the second one. Second page is doing all the division ones, it looks like. All right, so I'm just going to double check here. I don't think it looks like the answer to it is just 9 questions. So who was the first underwater spy? Oh, nice. All right. Remember what we do when we're dividing? We subtract the exponents. So 8 minus 5 is x to the 5th. So this is number 1. I'm not going to draw the lines this time. I think it gets a little distracting. I'm just going to put a number by it. So D was number 1. All right, number 2, 15 minus 9 is 6. So x to the 6th, that was number 2. So I put an E. Whoops, helps if I put it in the right spot. All right, next one. -4 divided by 2 is -2. X to the 5th minus 1x makes x to the 4th, still in the top. So -2 x to the 4th. So that's number 3. So M goes into 3. All right, do the next one. 3 divided by 6. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 7 minus 3 is 4. So x to the 4th divided by 2. So there's number 4. So I'm putting an O for number 4. Number 5, x squared over x to the 5th. 5 minus 2 is 3, but there's more in the denominator, so it goes down in the denominator. So I'm looking for 1 over x to the 3rd power, so that was number 5. So I have A there. 15 divided by 3 is 5 in the top, but I have 1x in the top, 3 in the bottom. 3 minus 1 is 2, so x squared in the bottom. So that one was number 6. So we're getting close. Let's do the x's here. So let's see. 5 minus 3 is 2, so x squared in the top. 3 minus 1 is 2, y squared in the top. That one matches the very first one up there, 7, so S. Oh, I think I know what it is. Some of you might have already figured it out, but let's just finish it out. -6 divided by 3 is -2. So I have 10 minus 6 is 4, so x to the 4th. 7 minus 6 is just 1y, so -2x to the 4th. Look at that. P is for 8. And our very last one here. 7 divided by 14 makes 2 in the bottom. 3 minus 5 makes 2 x's in the bottom, because 5 minus 3 go to the bottom. The y's cross out, means a 1 is in the top. So I'm looking for, there it is, number 9. And our answer, ha ha ha, who was the first underwater spy? James Pond, not James Bond, James Pond. All right, that ends your video. Good luck today.